My name is Dr. CHUDI UFONDU, and today it's the 28th day of June 2019. And today, something happened that really made me very sad. Um, it made me sad not because it's something that is new, it made me sad because of the reactions from people, ordinarily, people that felt um, differently, which in life it's okay to feel differently about certain things, but there are exceptions. So I'm talking about sexual abuse. I'm talking about the perception, the knowledge, and practice of sexual abuse in societies. And it's really unfortunate that some societies quickly flip the victim into the perpetrator. And when I talk about societies, I'm actually talking about my homeland, Nigeria. Unfortunately, no matter how you decide to come clean, no matter when you decide to come clean with your story, most times the victims are victimized. The victims are blamed. The victims are shamed. The victims are stigmatized. And I understand the concept of rule of law. I understand the concept of justice. Believe me, I do. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. That's what I believe in. But we're living in a society where people are not given a chance to even speak up. And sexual abuse can happen in different forms. Women go through a lot of sexual abuse. The reason why I'm talking about women in this context is not because men do not go through sexual abuse. Men also go through sexual abuse. Boys also go through sexual abuse. Boys are also raped. Boys are also sodomized. But predominantly in our society back home in Nigeria, we have a very hostile culture that pick on women. No matter how you look at it, it's a bullish culture. So whenever we see a story of a brave woman coming forth, defying all the odds, going against all odds, coming out to tell your story is a very big, bold step. If you've been following the events in America, you can see a kind of a revolution. So women are coming forth to talk about the abuses they endured. A couple of women that have climbed the ladder, a couple of celebrities that are very, very popular. Nobody knew that in course of getting to the pinnacle of their career, they endured a couple of sexual abuses. And over time, the more people come out, the more other people are encouraged to come out. See, we have to start from the basis and we have to remove the bias and we have to stop being judgmental and we have to also look at it from grassroots and bottom up. If we don't encourage women or people that go through abuse to come forth, we are setting ourselves up for failure, which we've actually failed anyway. I hear people talk about the timing. Oh, why did that person wait for that period of time to come out? If you haven't walked the pathway of someone that went through abuse, you will not understand. Sexual abuse, of which rape, it's the worst of them all. It's a traumatic experience that kills the person for life. It destroys the very fabric of that particular person. It takes the will of God, it takes the grace of God for someone that is sexually abused to overcome. Most people never overcome. Most people just live with it and deal with it until they die. You do not want any of your relatives. You do not want your mother, your sister, your wife, your friend, your colleague to go through any form of sexual abuse. That's the worst form of deprivation of fundamental human rights. It's it's unbelievable the level of carnage, the level of damage sexual damage can do to an individual. The mental aspect, it's unbelievably humongous. Most people that go through sexual abuse relive the experience. They have flashbacks. They have what we call PTSD, post traumatic stress disorder. It lives with them. No matter what they accomplish in life, until they come forth to deal with that experience, their life will never be the same. Most people lapse into depression. Most people lapse into psychosis. Most people lapse into severe mental health issues. And it's really unfortunate that some people in the society haven't seen the level of damage. And ironically, the people that go about having a kind of soft spot, soft landing for these beasts are people that have their own kids, they have their own daughters, they have their own sons, they have their own sisters. The biggest law in nature, the biggest religion in life, it's love. If you haven't loved, you haven't lived. When someone is bold to come out and tell her story, I believe we should applaud her. That will encourage other people to come forth. That will give braveness to other girls to come out. You know, when we talk about abuse, you might think abuse has a particular timetable. There is no time frame, there is no timetable to rape. It happens, it happens. People deal with it as it's unfolding. So nobody plans towards rape or abuse and rehearses that I'm going to do this. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to shout out. I'm going to do this. And sometimes it's deadly. Some women actually get killed during the abuse. So many of the missing women in the society were actually abused. Some of these perpetrators can go to any extent. It's evil. But the problem we have back home, somehow we always find a way of justifying evil. Somehow. We always have a way of having, you know, sacred cows, people, the untouchables, especially when he has an inkling with religion, when he has an inkling with pastor and other people that hide under the auspices of religion to kill us. And it's not a friendly society because people get away with blue murder scot-free every single day. And rape is a very difficult case because the evidence, if it's not emanating accurately, it's tough to prove. It's mainly your word against me or against them or against whoever. But in this era of social media, when you see something, say something. When you see evil, condemn evil. We belong together. We have to be there for each other. We have to watch each other's back. We have to protect our women. Women should be protected. Women should be loved. Women should be cared for because without women, we are practically nobody. We won't have our society. Let's have a moment and think about this. Let's stop the shaming. Let's stop the blaming. Let's stop the justification. There is absolutely no need for justifying rape. Absolutely. It's evil. It's evil. I read a couple of comments around people were just, saying a lot of crap, unfortunately. even when I wasn't even mentioning names. I'm just making a general statement because I don't know who is going to be the victim tomorrow. I don't know who will be bold enough to come out forth and say, hey, it happened to me too. Because no matter how long it takes, justice will be served. And when justice is served, it's going to be served cold, cold justice, stone cold justice. So you might be hiding under churches, under your you know role, your boss, whatever. If you follow the trend in America, a couple of people that were perpetrating this were people of high echelon. But guess what? When their time was up, they were brought down. Nobody can escape justice. So I'm encouraging you out. The fact came forth, you are the P.